Okay, this is one that I like to mention. I've actually mentioned it on previous live streams, videos. There is a shrine that requires a blood moon. It's not far from Satori Mountain. The problem is that blood moons catch me off guard because I do a lot of campfire sitting. So you can see what I did here. I sat till evening. I sat until night. I didn't see the blood moon, so I thought I was safe. So I sat until morning, but the blood moon cutscene played. If you think you're near a blood moon and you haven't activated the shrine, sit until night. If you don't see the red moon rising, save, then sit till morning. If you see the cutscene, pardon me, you can do what I just did. Reload that save, and you have time. Not a lot of time. And you may encounter style monsters. The basic way time works in Breath of the Wild is an hour is a minute. So I have 2 hours and 20 minutes until midnight. Now I really have a little over 6 hours because the sun doesn't rise until 5 o'clock. But that's 6 minutes, pardon me, to get to where I was, make the jump, and if you don't have a lot of rings, do not land there. If you don't have enough rings, have stamina potions or stamina meals. You've watched as I've cooked up Staminoka Bass and Endura Carrots, Endura Shrooms, Restless Crickets with monster parts, so that I have a lot of stamina meals. You have to get to this shrine under a blood moon. See the pedestal right there. It activates. It will not activate unless you are in a blood moon, which is between 9 p.m. and about 5 a.m., about a 6-hour window. When you get here, disable everything. No shield. I don't know if the weapons and shield are anything to do with this, but basically get down to nothing. As soon as you do that, this triggers. Now, this is a major test of strength. I am not going to play this right now. But activate it as soon as you can. Because what you'll see that I'm about to do is I'm going to activate this. I'm going to put all my armor back on. I'm going to transport near a campfire or a bed. And I'm going to then sit until daytime. And I'm going to go back to my game. The reason I say do this is do it when you hit a blood moon that you're not worried about. Because what you can then do is wait. You can then say, okay, I'm not going to worry about this until it's time. I'm not worried about this thing at all. I'm going to transport to Shayuto and go to the lakeside stable, sit by the campfire, and I'm going to wait. I'm not going to worry about it. Because now I can transport here any time of day. I can get to that shrine. I have completed the shrine quest of Under a Blood Moon. And I can then go to that shrine because I've set it as a travel point. I've just not entered it. There are shrines you're going to find. And you're going to go into them. And it's going to say minor test, modest test, major test. And you're going to go, whoops, don't want to do that yet. And you're going to transport out. But you've activated them as a transport location. So you can transport away, not worry about it, and then you can come back to it later. Anytime you walk up on a campfire, well, a cooking pot, look at your inventory. Resort if you have to. But look at your inventory. I have nothing I want to cook right now. So I'm just going to sit till morning. I'm going to go back to the Wasteland Tower, or the Gerudo Tower, I forget which one that is, the one I just got. And I'm going to go about getting shrines. There are 4 that are very near to that location. And you will need, nope, not Lake Tower. So I'm going to go to the Wasteland. There are 4 shrines very near here. One is on its own, and then you have 3 that if you do them in the right order, you can do one, jump to another, transport back, jump to the 4th. If you're watching this, you've seen me playing, you might be playing along. You know that you need 4 spirit orbs at a time to add a heart or to add a stamina piece. So you'll notice that as I play, and I'm not playing a long time tonight because it is actually very late. I've been playing a half hour. It's just after midnight where I am. So I'm going to probably grab these 4 and be done. But there's a shrine. This is where I was talking about the canyon that opens up into the desert. I don't remember how I worded it. But this is where I was talking about. There's this one. There are 2 other shrines that are not far away. But one of them is in the middle of a sandstorm. And it is a little beastly to get to if you don't have a marker placed. I don't want to fight that today because I normally stand there for a good 2 or 3 minutes looking for the faintest glimmer of light of that gold shade to tell me where it is. And also, there's a couple of weapons, or maybe a good number of weapons in it. And I don't want to worry about that because my weapon count is full. But I will show that later, and I'll show how to set the exact coordinates of that shrine. I may actually show how to set the coordinates to get close enough, but then still find it in the sandstorm. But there's that one, and then you have to go get the Gerudo Tower, and there's at least 1 more, although technically 4 more after that. And one of them involves fighting a Molduga. A Molduga? Yeah, you're going to want Revali's Scale before you go for the Molduga. Trust me, you're going to have to do a lot of that. But if you wait for that one until you have Revali's Scale playing the way I'm playing this game, you're going to have plenty of stamina and enough good meals that it's not a problem. And, I mean, it's just, I played the game originally by the planned out path, shall we say. Now, stop here. Equip this and this. Actually, equip bomb arrows and a forest dweller's bow. That way you triple your ammo. So I now have 159 bomb arrows. You'll see why in a second. But by the way I'm playing it now, you can actually play with very low hearts, and it's not a problem because you have gold hearts. By doing it the way I'm doing it, I get all of the champion's ability, trade my hearts for stamina, and then I don't have to worry about the game hurting me. And that's why you want a forest dweller's bow and a bomb arrow. That's a Guardian level 2, I think. I think it's a Guardian Scout 2. Maybe a 3. It's annoying, is what it is. Here you want Magnesis, and you just go very slow here, but you drag this thing over. And it will electrify the pool, and it electrifies the gate, and you get through. Now, I've talked long enough. You hear my voice has a rasp, it has a vibrato to it. Allergies are kicking my butt today, so I'm going to shut up. I'm just going to play. This is going to be a short one, probably less than an hour, maybe an hour and 20. So an hour, maybe another hour from now. Just the next 3 shrines, and then I'm done after I trade for a spirit orb or for a heart. That'll get me to 10. Then either Thursday night, Friday night, or Saturday night, I will do a long enough live stream to get 12 orbs so that I can get to 13 hearts. I am giving a spoiler. You need 13 hearts to get the Master Sword. But once I get that, I will then be showing how to trade stamina for hearts so that you can have the Master Sword, 3 hearts, full stamina, and then boss the game. That said, since I won't be saying it before I end the stream, everybody have a wonderful rest of your night, or now that it's after midnight where I am, rest of your day, and I will see you on the next stream. Okay, I was wrong. I am going to talk a little more. Here you want to count. So don't count the center stone. It's in every row. 1, 2, 3, 4, well, crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, not that one. Pick up this rock. Count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. 2, 4. Okay, so this one has 8. There are, I believe, 2 arms of this spiral that have 8 stones in them. Not that one, it has 9. This one has 8. There's only 2 stones to pick up, so it's only 2 arms. Basically, you're going to place these as the 9th stone in these 2 arms. You get a Korok. Okay, another one. If you're using the Zelda Dungeon map, you're going to find the little tips and tricks that I talk about. But there is a specific time of day, I believe it's around 3 p.m., that you're going to need a big snowball. And I'm talking big enough that you can hold it, but just at that limit. You can find them here. Don't get too close to the fire or it will start melting. If it gets too big, grab a torch or a flame weapon. and melt it just a little bit until you can pick it up. You want it as big as you can make it, but still hold it. And okay, I'm going to stop there. There is a trigger point for an Ice Lizalfos. If he hits you, kill him, sit till noon, remake your snowball. You want to stand around this point, just off to the right. And if you stand still and don't move much, you won't activate the trigger point. Now, according to Zelda Dungeon, for this shrine, cast a cold shadow. It's 4 to 4:30 p.m. So I've got 3 minutes 15 seconds. So basically, almost 3 hours. But you can know by the clock. It takes 5 seconds to move 5 minutes. It's 1 second a minute. At roughly 4 o'clock. I think I've seen it happen at 3:55. That pedestal will turn orange. By cast a cold shadow, you can see the shadow of my snowball. You need it to cover the center point of that pedestal. You're going to stand here. Now, stand until 3:50. Don't move. You do not want to trigger that Lizalfos and have to start this whole thing over again. Sometimes when I play, I run around, I trigger that Ice Lizalfos. I just had a blood moon, so I've got 8 hours of real-time play. Not 8 hours of game time, not 8 minutes, but 8 real hours. And that's of active play time. Pausing pauses that up, I believe. So I'm not worried about him respawning. And you can do that. Just run around up here until he pops out, kill him. You're golden. Just over a minute left. What you're basically doing here is avoiding a trigger point for an enemy. You're standing where it should work, but you may be an inch or two off. This shadow has to be perfect. I think I'm in the right place. I'm watching as the shadow moves with the sun, and that tells me I think I'm in the right place. And it is, you've got a 30-second window, 4 to 4:30. So if I'm a few inches off to the right, it'll move in that 30 seconds. And it will cross that point. I may try to move around at 4 o'clock. I've got 30 seconds left. And I may try to, cut that 5, 10, 15 seconds off. Based on the position of that snowball shadow, I'm in the right point because it's going to move higher and to the left. 15 seconds, 10, 5. I'm already covering it, so I'm good. At 4 o'clock, it activates. My shadow is going to cross perfectly. There it is. You don't need the snowball at this point. Toss it. Go activate the shrine. It's a blessing shrine. Nothing to fight. Just a chest open. I forget what's in it. I didn't look. I looked for time on Zelda Dungeon, and that's it. There's at least one more of these where you have to wait till a certain time and fire an arrow. I don't worry about that one until later on because it's a test of strength and it's easy to get to. And really what you're watching for is that, the sun above the tower instead of the sun above a shrine, so that you can trigger the shrine. And, sometimes I trigger it like I did for Under a Blood Moon, where I can transport back. You know what? If I'm at the Gerudo Tower at the right time, I'll transport down, trigger the shrine, transport back up, go for the rest of them, and not worry about it. But there are those, and I keep coming back to this. The first time I played through, I didn't know about Zelda Dungeon. I didn't know how to find Koroks, how to solve shrine quests. I listened to Kanali every time. Not Kanali. I forget his name. The bird with the accordion. Canali is the elder in Rito. But I listened to the bird with the accordion. I would listen to his thing, and I would think about it. I'd come back, listen. I would read it over and over and over. And about probably 75% of those things I figured out. Because he will give you a very good but veiled hint, very good veiled instructions on how to activate the shrine pedestal near where he is. There's one I haven't done yet. You need the high cold protection of the Rito armor to get to it. It is east of Rito Village. Now I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to talk about this. Watch where I land, because otherwise you got to run this maze. I don't run mazes. I did the first time, bugged the living daylights out of me because I ran these things for about an hour, hour and a half each. Then I found a vantage point to look at it because I knew where the entrance was, and I looked from above and I found where to land to drop perfectly. This is where I've landed. There's where it is. Here's the shrine I was at. So you land here, not the outer row, but the first inner ring. The entrance is here. So, wait for your stamina. Drop. Let it talk. And then literally right ahead of you. Make a right, make a left. Here's the shrine. There are treasure chests that you can get, and I've come back for them. I don't think I've gotten them all at any point in a save file, but I've come back for a few because I get bored and I run the maze. I'm still doing that in my original save file that I've never overwritten, mostly because I haven't finished the Trial of the Sword Master Trials. But it's just my tips. all I'm going to say about this shrine is watch how I do it. I did this one wrong first time and fought almost until dying before I reloaded a save file to get my hearts back and tried a different way. This one is annoyingly simple and annoyingly complex at the same time. Don't talk to the lady at the cooking pot. She's insane. Cooking trash. Just get the shrine. You never have to come back here. There is a talus nearby. And if you've got a cobble crusher or a stone smasher, even an iron sledgehammer that you've never touched, and enough stamina, good place to get stones that sell. I will tell you how I messed this one up. I dropped down here because there is a chest there. You cannot jump that laser. You cannot go under that laser. You cannot go around that laser. Drop here because you can pick up the laser. Now, this does make me ask, could I have picked up the laser? Probably. In fact, now I'm so curious. I have to know. I have to know that 2 years ago, I tried for 20 minutes to jump a laser in a room I couldn't climb walls in. And there was such a simple solution. If this turns out to work, I'm going to be extremely annoyed. What I was talking about is if you drop on the other side, you can pick up the laser, redirect the laser, grab the chest, pick up the laser. It's above your head, so the laser never touches you, and you can put it where it needs to be. I'm about to be very annoyed. I can feel it in my bones. Yep. I wasted 20 minutes, and I almost died. 2 years ago when I bought my Switch late. Yeah, I know. You want to try and get this thing straight, because it's going to be how you get up the stairs. And you got to do the stairs twice. I'll explain. There's another chest with an ancient piece. Now, that laser moves back and forth on that little pedestal thing. You can see already the angle is off. As long as it doesn't fall off of that thing, you should be fine. Now, this is the final stair. Do not move further. Turn around and get ready to jump, because you have to make this thing before it rises. Oh, barely made it. Run, 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 run to the end. It will rise. Better rise. Now, get this. It's a core. You need those. Those are rare. Get on here. Pick this up. Put it straight again. As straight as you can. Run the stairs again, all the way up, and you're out. As I said, I'm rather annoyed with myself that I could have gotten out of that, and I just didn't think about it. I was also 41 years old at the time. I remember starting The Legend of Zelda, the original one, on the original Nintendo Entertainment System, the day I got it, which was the year it came out. My parents bought it, and I got it for Christmas that year, so I didn't get it the day it came out. Now, granted, that wasn't a thing in the late 1980s. But, yeah, still, I should have thought of that. Alright folks, this is going to be the end. I'm just going to sell a few things, buy a few things, save, and go to bed. Mostly what I'm doing until I go for the beasts is gaining hearts. Should not hit that. I'm just getting heart containers. You have to have 13. I have 9 right now. I have 10 right now after that one. I need 12 more shrines, which I could do in a night if I start the stream at about 7:30 or 8 Central Time. I'm in Texas, so I don't know for sure if I'll be able to do that. I know where I could grab 4 shrines rather quickly, so I might do 4 more tomorrow night, 4 more Friday night, 4 more Saturday night, and then get the Master Sword, and then sometime on Sunday do the 4 Divine Beasts, because I've got everything in place basically to run them in a single stream. Stall monsters notwithstanding, but I can avoid those by not running around outside of the corrupt forest or a village at night. But I mean, it's really just down to how much time I have to play. And as I've said, I've beat the game. I've beat Ganon many times. And I'll tell you, I've gone back and fought him on my first save file, just because I heard a rumor that he gets harder and harder and harder every time you fight him. And I can tell you, with 28 red hearts, max you can get is 27. But you get the 28 with the DLC. So with 28 red hearts, and all the durian meals, all the stamina meals, the power meals, and the power armor, and the Master Sword, powered up twice, and the max upgrades on my armor, he's a bear. And I mean, he's a beast once you've fought him 10 or 12 times. But I keep doing it just because it's fun to replay. This one, I'm getting to do what I didn't get to do the first time, which is show the gameplay and record it. I didn't have the HDMI interface for a Mac that would work when I got Breath of the Wild. I was playing on my TV or on my actual Switch. I don't think I've actually looked at the actual screen on a Switch in over a year now. But I'm behind the times on Breath of the Wild. I will tell you, I'm going to start pitching this channel on TikTok, Gab, Parler, Instagram, my main YouTube channel, as soon as there's a date for the sequel to Breath of the Wild. I'm not going to tell you what my main channel is, just because that one is very heavily political. I do not want this channel to get political. If you've come here from that channel, if you come here from my main channel, my TikTok, my Instagram, my Gab, or my Parler, the fact that I mentioned those two tells you my politics. I don't mention politics here. I don't talk about politics here. I will live stream on those channels, and I will just talk politics while I play. I'm not going to do that here. I can tell you, I don't even consider myself a member of the community of streamers and walkthrough video creators yet. But with Breath of the Wild 2, only the big dogs, Celtic, Nintendo Black Crisis, maybe a handful of others, might get the game before me. I can pretty much guarantee IGN will get the game before me, and they'll probably have videos out, but I'll be streaming it live, playing it live, figuring it out live, because Zelda Dungeon will not have a map the day it launches. And if they do, I will ignore it, much like I did my first playthrough. I'm doing this to maybe attract fans, maybe attract followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call it, so that when the sequel to Breath of the Wild launches, I can start it right there with you. I have 30 odd years, 30 plus years of loving this franchise. I mean, I'll play Mario, I'll play Donkey Kong, I'll play Mario Kart, GoldenEye, other games. But I always come back to Zelda. I don't stream it much, but sometimes I do, but I have Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I'm still trying to beat that Gerudo Canyon. It's a booger. But I'm not using walkthroughs on that one, because I'm on my first save file. If I beat the game, yeah, then I'll go look at the walkthroughs to see what I could have done to make it easier. Breath of the Wild sequel comes out, where it's open world like this, not like Hyrule Warriors. Yeah, I'm going to stream that thing. I'm going to take the day it comes out, which should be a Friday, I hope. If not, I hope I have enough vacation time to take that day all the way through Sunday off to do nothing but stream and sleep. And I'll be eating finger foods that I can eat while I play, and only taking basically bathroom breaks while I play. And I may attempt the first level for a streamer and attempt a 24-hour stream, where it's literally, I'm only going to pause to go to the bathroom. But until we have a date for the release, you're going to get these. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you have a peaceful and successful rest of your week. Until next time, see ya.